Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel with another TryHackMe loom. Eavesdropper. This is not a typical boot to loot a machine. Instead, we will be focusing on elevating privilege. So, we need to download SSH private key to go ahead. I've already done that before. So now we can SSH to the target as user Frank. Okay? So now, and our job is to find flag of root. Okay? So then we can head over to Kali Linux VM. We do not need to perform port scanning with a map. Okay? So now we can SSH. After you transfer private key from the host to virtual machine, we need to change its permission. We cannot let private key have too much permissions. And for example, we can use a change mode and 400 or 600. But we should comply with least privilege principle. So 400 is best. And we can change its permission. So now a private key is ready. So then we can SSH to the target. SSH Frank. Hit enter. Oh, sorry, I forgot to specify private key. Frank. Sweet, we are in the target machine and we can list out current directory, nothing here, and also we can go to home directory. There is only one normal user. We can perform immersion as usual. Yes, only one normal user. So next we can try to run Sudo to see whether current user friend can run command with Sudo. However, we are asked to supply password of user Frank, which we do not have yet. Okay, so next we can go to obt directory. Nothing here. About the var directory, backups. Nothing here. And so maybe we need to upload Nimpier's shell script to perform automatic immersion. Okay, and I've already got this file ready, Nimpier's shell script. So next we need to upload this file or transfer this file to the target. In order for us to do that, we need to set up a web server with Python 3. Okay, so now let me use, I think wget is available, wget, and followed by IP address of Kali Linux. We can copy from notebook. Port number, Nimpier's. All right. So now we need to make it executable and then run it. In most cases, when we try to elevate privilege or make a lot of movement, we should make use of this wonderful script. And we can use it to automatically discover vectors which allow us to elevate privilege. Okay? And let me scroll up. So a lot of information has been gathered automatically. But we only need to focus on something highlighted in red and yellow color. Okay? So container details. Docker, is this a virtual machine? Yeah, Docker. And some local exploits. I'm not going to try these local exploits. And let me scroll down. So, dangerous capabilities. Frank Sudo. Yes. So the user Frank belongs to Sudo group. Unfortunately, we do not have its password. Okay. So what's this? I don't think we can use it to elevate privilege. The cloud. So writable bind mounts to blah blah blah. It seems no valuable information we can get. So current namespaces, there's some sort of a concept relating to virtual machine or maybe some sort of a container. And it's down some sensitive files, but nothing can catch our attention. So backup local files. So files with capabilities. Ping is nothing unusual. And also SUID. If you do a lot of CTF machines, you know that none of such binaries we can manipulate, okay, or exploit. Okay, so what we are going to do, I think it's time to use or upload another utility, pspy. pspy, maybe I can transfer it first, and I will explain this very useful binary or utilities for you guys. Okay, and let me open new tab. Yes, this one. And we can use the existing web server to transfer wget and IP address of Linux for the number pspy. So while we are using pspy 64-bit, the two versions you can check is kernel. Yes, indeed, this is 64-bit architecture. And we need to make it executable, and then we can run it. Why I said this utility is very useful. This utility allows us to discover suspicious processes, even those doesn't belong to kernel user, such as processes owned by root, okay, or privileged processes. Here we can find this one, sudo yes, this one, and UID is equal to 0. This means at the at the back end, possibly root starts some sort of automation or execute this command automatically and regularly. And here sudo is not in absolute path. So I think to elevate privilege, we can manipulate sudo. We can create our own sudo. Okay, so how to do? And normally, we will create such a file in temp directory. However, in this case, it's better for us to generate sudo in the home directory of Frank, because possibly, this command will be executed when user Frank logged in, okay, and run like a sudo. Sudo means we'll run the command as root user. Okay, so how to do? Let me go to the home directory, and we can create a directory like bin, and then we can create our own sudo. Okay, a bin sudo bin bash, and we can read, for example, please supply password. Okay, and we can save the input of user into variable password, and then we can save this password to like a home Frank pass txt. Okay, that's all. And we need to make it executable sudo, but we need to change pass variable. This is a fake sudo, and we need to tell the system to run fake sudo. In order to do that, we need to put the directory or the path into the path variable. Okay, so how to do? The path, and so the home bin. Okay, and then path. But also we need to, I think it would be better we append, not append, we insert this command into this file. Sorry, bashrc. So when user log in, we'll read configuration from this file. So we need to copy this command, and then we can try to use vim bash. We can put in the first part of this file. Okay, so now let me go back to home directory, and waiting, possibly we need to wait about 3 or 5 minutes. So now let me pause the recording. All right, I'm back. So after a little time, we can find the file path has been created. Sorry, just now I made a mistake. The vim bash. We need to use this path. Just now I forgot to put Frank in the path. Okay, by mistake. So now we have already got the path, and this should be a password of Frank. And we can try to we can try to run sudo run sudo bin bash, and we can copy this password. Okay, sudo please. Oh, we cannot use sudo because sudo will be the fake. Okay, so now we can run like we can run, or we can run sudo bash. Because here sudo is a fake, so we can try to. It doesn't work. Authentication failure. Bin bash. Why it's not working? Oh, we can use bin sudo and bin bash. Okay, because now we are using the absolute path. So now we can go to root directory to grab the flag. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you in the next one. Bye. Have a good day, please.